The pandemic has dramatically changed the way deliveries are made. On Monday, the president of Drone Delivery Canada will explain just how these amazing machines are being used in the fight against COVID-19. CP24 Breakfast, where Toronto gets its everything every morning. Drone delivery, it is a disruptive technology that is really redefining the whole world of shipping and receiving. It's fast, it's easy, it's pretty cheap, but it can also go beyond the bottom line to help deliver essentials, including things like medicine, to some remote Indigenous communities during this pandemic. Now, we'll introduce you to one company that's on the cutting edge of drone delivery in this country when we come back. Unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, or drones are a perfect fit for this pandemic. Drones can minimize person-to-person contact. They can expedite the transport of essential things like even medical supplies to remote, rural, or Indigenous communities. Now, here with more is the president and CEO of Drone Delivery Canada, Michael Zahra. Michael, thank you for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start here. Give us the brief history of Drone Delivery Canada, your backstory.
Sure. So we are a Canadian company, about 6 years old, publicly traded on the TSXV, ticker symbol FLT, and the first few years really developing the technology, getting it approved by the regulator, and now we are commercially and operational running, and it's a great Canadian success story.
Awesome. Okay, it's show and tell time. You got a couple of birds you're going to show us right now. What are they?
So we've got 4 in our fleet. The first one I want to show you is the Sparrow, which is our smallest, and it's an electric drone, and it has a range of about 30 kilometers. With a payload of about 4.5 kilograms or 10 pounds. And if I zoom in, you can see the box, the cargo at the bottom here. So we can move really any kind of cargo. So it could be a defibrillator. We've done projects for that. It could be moving blood samples that are temperature controlled. It could be e-commerce, postal mail. It could even be blood tests or swabs for coronavirus testing. So really anything for the small one.
Michael, is medical delivery and servicing these remote communities, is that kind of the brass ring for your company and the others that are competing in the space?
It's a very important segment for us, especially with what's going on with coronavirus, because these First Nations communities are particularly susceptible because of underlying healthcare issues and poor healthcare infrastructure. So in particular, this is an ideal use case, using drones to limit person-to-person contact, especially now.
Michael, let's see what else you got in the shop there.
So this is our biggest one, which is called the Condor. It's gasoline powered, and it's very exciting. It's a real game changer. It has a range of 200 kilometers and a payload capacity of 180 kilograms, or about 400 pounds. So you could move small things in bulk, like what I mentioned, or larger things like respirators, ventilators, PPE, given what's going on these days. So a real game changer with this size of drone.
Michael, Amazon's rise to retail dominance has kind of come in lockstep with the development of the drone. Has the lockdown and this whole experience with COVID-19, has it changed your already so-called disruptive business model?
The pandemic has caused another use case to come about. Really, the use cases in the past were remote communities, so where access was difficult, or time-critical deliveries. And now there's a third use case, which is related to limiting person-to-person contact. So it's certainly raised the profile of the company and raised the profile of the industry with what's going on with coronavirus.
Yeah, there are so many applications, right? Military, entertainment, the drone racing, it's amazing. Sports, cinema, TV, the private market. I guess you're solely focused on the delivery piece at this point, correct?
Absolutely. We're focused on delivery, sort of medium and long range, medium to heavy lift cargo, I would say. But we can really carry anything. We can carry sensors or specialized cameras, but it's really about the logistics for us.
Yeah, we're looking at some B-roll. It's fascinating. Let me ask you this. Do you factor in issues like privacy and security? Because there's a lot of people out there concerned that drones are, kind of privacy invading machines, and that once air travel kind of resumes, to a great extent, there's a lot of airspace restrictions, especially in big cities and close to airports. How do you reconcile that?
So privacy is not really an issue for us because we don't carry cameras on the drones. We don't fly by camera. We fly by GPS coordinates. And for us, we are certified as what they call a compliant operator with Transport Canada, who regulates the airspace. So we've been a compliant operator and a safe drone operator for many years now. So we understand how to fly in active control airspace.
Michael Zahra, the President and CEO of Drone Delivery Canada. Let's see you again real quickly so I can say goodbye to you. There you are. Hey, great to meet you. Love what you guys are doing. Keep up the good work, and we'll talk again soon, okay?
Thank you very much for having me. Take care.
All right. That is it. Gurdeep, we're going to send it back to you now for some headlines.